Hey everyone, it's me, Doomlink, and welcome back to Let's Play The Legend of Zelda Majora's Mask. It is the 45th part for this Let's Play, and it is my personal belief that this is going to be the final recording for the Let's Play of Majora's Mask. We'll have to see. I'm thinking it will be. The reason why I think so is because I'm heading to the moon in this recording, and I actually have got no idea how long the moon is. But after my previous, 2 hour and 20 minute recording, I guess it wouldn't be totally out of order for me to do a recording for another 2 hours following, but, yeah. To address the previous video and why I sort of choked on I sort of bit my tongue there so I didn't properly, didn't properly enunciate the S there, but the reason why I recorded a 2 hour long video prior to this one was because I was trying to find that final piece of heart that I needed before I could get this heart container. I did have a look off camera at more heart piece locations as far as actually going to them, pretty much getting the pieces of heart, and indeed seeing that I have already acquired them. This is the problem, and I talked about this in the previous video, but I'm just going to finalize this point here. The only possible explanation as to why I'm missing a heart piece is that on one of these cycles where I reset instead of playing the Song of Time, I must have acquired a piece of heart, and I do not remember which of these pieces of heart was the one that I acquired on that cycle. I don't know how I could have been so disorganized as to do that, but I definitely must have done that because there's no other explanation as to why I can identify all of these different heart piece locations and can actually recall in the first person, in my mind, actually acquiring those pieces of heart on camera. So that would mean that my theory is correct and that I must have reset a cycle. So that's a little bit unfortunate. It essentially means we're not going to truly be able to get 100% in this Let's Play, but I can live with that, really. I don't think it's worth trying to find which of the many different heart pieces was the heart piece that I had reset the cycle on, thus resulting in a non-saved heart piece acquisition. But there you go. The reason why I'm recording so much Majora's Mask at the moment, this is the third recording in a row that I'm doing of Majora's Mask. I try not to do that because the YouTube algorithm absolutely hates it. Among all the recordings that I do these days, Majora's Mask is the one that gets the least attention. Which means if I do 3 of those in a row, the algorithm's gonna shit on me. So, yeah, I'd like to think that would indicate to you that I don't really care. I just want to get this over and done with, because I'm very eager to actually play The Legend of Zelda: A Link to the Past, which is going to be the Let's Play that will take place after this one is complete. So, there you go. Our next course of action, and by the way, you can clearly tell that I've gone and filled all of my bottles with fairies. I thought I may as well show you where I do that. It's just here at Zora Cape. It's very close to the owl statue. It is the pot behind and to the right. I guess bottom right, you would say, out of the group of 4. And that fairy respawns in that bottle every single time you re-enter the area, so it's very easy to get all of your bottles filled with fairies. I don't do it because I expect to require them. I just do it because why the hell not? Come on, must have missed a note. But, yeah, so again, what we're going to be doing in this video is we will be going to the final day. We will be playing the Oath to Order in the situation where we had originally played what I believe to be the Song of Time. So, if you do recall, in part 2 of this Let's Play, we went to the Skull Kid at the top of Clock Tower on the final night as he was calling down the moon, and we picked up the Ocarina of Time, and then we played the Song of Time to go back to the first day. Well, in this case, we already have the Ocarina of Time, so when we go there and play the Oath to Order, after having rescued all of these spirits that were trapped within these masks, in other words, the masks of the boss, or bosses, I should say, the weird, naked-legged face people will stop the moon from falling and then we go to the moon or something. My memories of that are very vague because I've probably only completed this game up to that point, maybe 2 or 3 times. I've played the game, I think, maybe 4 or 5 times, prior to the year of 2011 or 2010 or so. And, well, no, sorry, prior to the year of 2013. 2013 was the last year that I actually played the game through, but I didn't, I only got to dungeon number 3 in 2013, that's my memory of it. I don't even know if I got to dungeon number 3, I think I didn't quite get there, because I was actually planning on doing a Let's Play at that time, but I never got around to doing it. It didn't happen until I eventually did this one. Anyway, let's play the Song of Time, or Song of Double Time rather, while I'm talking about this, because I do want to try to be sensible with my time here, because I don't want to do a super long recording to have this be the final recording. I mean, you guys already know how long this recording is going to go for. I've got no idea how long the moon location is going to be. Given that there are only 4 dungeons in this game, maybe the moon's kind of long. I don't know. But I don't remember it being long. Which doesn't really account for much because it was a long time ago when I was last at the moon location. All I really remember in the moon is giving all of my masks away for the Fierce Deity mask. And that's about it. I believe that there are small mini-dungeons of sorts that you go through, and it seems that I can acquire heart pieces through there. But I don't believe those are long, arduous locations to go through, so we'll just have to see. We're playing the Song of Double Time twice more, including this time, and then we will be able to take on the Skull Kid, but of course it will be necessary for us to wait for time to pass until the carnival begins. I think it's at 10 PM or 11 PM, something like that. It might even be midnight, I'm not entirely sure. In fact, I think it is midnight, isn't it? So it will be... shit, never mind. I need to play it. I needed to play it 3 times from when I said I needed to play it twice, including that time, so that's kind of annoying. I mean, what a waste of time, really, doing this. But it's technically faster than speaking to the Scarecrow. At least I think so, I hope so, otherwise that would be kind of stressful. I would hate to have a faster option than this available to me. But I don't think it would be, in the end. This carries a certain degree of convenience. I don't have to go and talk to the frickin' Scarecrow. Which would require me to go out of my way a little bit. But yeah, I hope you guys are enjoying the game being generally louder, because I'm also generally louder. I'm glad that I was able to get an audio setup of this kind prior to, you know, properly starting the Skyward Sword Let's Play, and also before starting the A Link to the Past Let's Play. Hello, Mikhail. I think you're the only one here. You might not be, but you're the only one talking for the moment either way. So, unfortunately, I am going to have to hang around and wait until it hits midnight. I probably should have done that before starting the recording, because I did say that I wanted to be smart with my time consumption here. I do want to shorten down the length of this video as much as possible. My hope is that it's only going to be about an hour and a half long. If it ends up being 2 hours, then so be it. I don't think I'm going to be in a position to stop midway, that's my feeling. I think I'm going to be in the middle of going through the moon location, and I'm not going to have an owl statue to save out or anything like that. Which again is one of the issues with this game, is the fact that you can't just save at any time. I think that's just, it's kind of ridiculous to me that they do that. If they had, what should be the case is that you can save at any time, and then, let's say for example, you're saving in the moon location, you would just automatically return to the beginning of the moon location, whereas in this case, what I would have to do is play the Song of Time to save, and then I would have to go all the way back to the final day, wait until midnight, and then go to the moon. You know, that's an extra, God knows, 10 minutes added on to the time that it takes before you can return to where you were. I mean, I don't expect to be standing exactly where I was when I first saved. It's one of the many issues with this game. I do think that it's an interesting game mechanic, but you have to strike a balance between interesting game mechanics and convenience for the player. It's extremely inconvenient in the year of 2000 to not be able to save whenever you want in a game of this kind. So it is kind of an issue, and really I have had revealed to me now some of the issues with Majora's Mask as a video game. I'm actually quite eager, shockingly, to play the 3D remakes, because they kind of are in need of remakes. I think old 2D games age much better than old 3D games, because the thing is, early 3D graphics just don't look good. But I can live with that. That's not really the biggest issue. It's not the way it looks that bothers me. It's the way it feels. It's the way it feels to play. It's, you know, functional aspects to the gameplay that really do tick you off sometimes. You notice it a lot more with Ocarina of Time than in this game, for the reason that Ocarina of Time came out 2 years prior to this one. But that's still an issue with Majora's Mask. It is still a Nintendo 64 game. Early 3D, more or less. So I think, I don't have an issue with going back and playing older 3D games. That doesn't, I don't hate it. It's not beyond what I can do. Like, yes, I'm used to more modern games, and by more modern I would say the games I most frequently play are between the years of, say, 2006 and 2012. That's probably my main period of time within which I play video games. Like, that's when they were released, in other words. It's my most comfortable year period. And that's enough to have you be used to that style of 3D game. So it can be a little hard going back to, say, Nintendo 64 3D games, but again, that's not so much of a big deal for me. But sometimes certain game mechanics can be an issue, so definitely there is a place for 3D, or I shouldn't say 3D remakes, I mean they were 3D games already. It's one of the reasons why I hate the names Ocarina of Time 3D and Majora's Mask 3D, as if they were not 3D games before. Of course they say 3D because they are 3DS games, but no, I think it would be nice to play those remakes. I would much prefer if they just came out with a Switch remake instead of forcing me to emulate on a 3DS, because I can't record a 3DS, obviously, and even if I could, it would look like shit. So it's basically emulation for the 3DS games. And you people will say, what do you mean it would look like shit if you recorded it off a 3DS? What relevance does that have when you're sitting here recording at standard definition on a Nintendo 64 for this Let's Play? Well, the difference is that this is actually an old game, when there were different standards of video resolution, whereas in the case of the 3DS, that looked like shit for the time, okay? So, like, particularly shit. Major downgrade. It was, like, Ocarina of Time came out in 2011. You know what sort of graphics were around for video games in 2011? A lot better than that. That's all I can say. Well, what sort of resolutions, what sort of... Yeah, I mean, resolution more so than anything, but definitely the... had a jagged look to it. You know, 3DS, not a visually pleasant system for video games, but anyway. What? Play the remake on 3DS and record it with your phone's camera. I don't know if that's a joke, but I would not dream of uploading to YouTube a recording of my 3DS while playing it. That would be the most miserable and pathetic experience. And it has no place on YouTube of today. I did do... My first Let's Play ever was a camcorded Let's Play of Phantom Hourglass in 2009, but times were different then. Like, they really were. Like, and there was also the fact that I wanted to play with the stylus. It's very awkward to emulate a game that requires the touchscreen mechanics of the Nintendo DS, but in the case of a game such as Ocarina of Time 3D or Majora's Mask 3D, it's very easy to emulate that, and it will look much better emulated anyway, so it's going to be easier to play, it's going to be easier to record, and it's going to look better, so yes, that will be emulated. There will come a time where I record both Ocarina of Time 3D and Majora's Mask 3D. But, yeah. I think this will be a different conversation as compared to before. I think so. Yeah, the timing of this was slightly different, originally when we arrived here. In this case, Tail is again telling us where we can find the 4. We have brought the 4 here. I won't let things go the way you expect them to. That's a phrase that's a little different. He says even if they were to come now, they wouldn't be able to handle me. Well, we're about to find out. We're about to find out. Alright. So, I believe we need the Ocarina of Time, and I think that's it. What I'm going to do is I'm going to check to see how to play the song. That's fairly easy to remember, I hope. There we go. And that's Oath to Order. When they say call us... Ah, I see. I wasn't sure if it was a joke or not. They're in for a bumpy ride over there. I'm not sure what the Skull Kid's doing. He's having a few issues, but I'm assuming, yeah, these people we rescued are now coming because we have called them. The moon is falling. You've got two possible cutscenes here. You've either got the one that you get if you allow time to run out and then everyone dies, but this is the good ending. This is the situation where the moon is falling and everything's about to be destroyed. But then the weird naked people appear. I don't know what you think you're standing on. You're not standing on anything, really, from what I can tell. Nice legs. A nice crotch. Look, they don't even try to have him stand on something. He should have pierced his foot on that weird crystal. Oh, I shouldn't complain too much, I guess, but... yeah, this is on a bit of a different level to Ocarina of Time, clearly. Story-wise, in terms of what's actually going on. I won't deny that the final boss sequence with Beast Ganon in Ocarina of Time was pretty damn impressive for 1998, but I mean, this is... I'd say this is definitely on another level. We won't say graphically, we'll just say directly compared to Ocarina of Time. They seem to be struggling a bit. As you would expect, nice hair. I don't really know the story behind this. I don't know what causes them to do this. I don't know what they are. I don't know how they are related to the moon. I'm sure I would have known this in the past, but I've since forgotten. Nice hair. Are they literally frozen in time? I don't know. But apparently we go to the moon to do something. I don't know if we go, like, on the surface of the moon, or we go inside its mouth. I really don't remember, it's been so long. So we're about to find out. Seems like the Skull Kid is incapacitated. It stopped. We did it. It stopped. Sis. Tail. Their reunion was the entirety of the length of this game in the making. Good, we made it in time. The giant's call worked on the Skull Kid. Hey, Skull Kid, do you realize what you've been doing to everyone? Getting a good crotch shot over there. Wait, sis, don't be so hard on the Skull Kid. Tail, why are you protecting him? Aren't you mad at him for hitting you so much? He was lonely, the Skull Kid. He was trying to destroy everything around him. That's not the same as a lonely child. We can't allow that. The power of the mask made him do it. It was too much for the Skull Kid to handle. It's because he doesn't know his place. On top of having a weak will and no strength of heart, he's a fool. Certainly, he had far too many weaknesses to use my power. I remember this. Yeah, that's right, admit your stupidity, huh? So this is our first introduction to the actual antagonist of the game. The Skull Kid was just a vessel for the consciousness and, well, not so much the consciousness of Majora. Because I think Skull Kid was the conscious power, he was just being influenced. This puppet's role has just ended. It can't be. Then that moon? Wonder beam up. Creepy. I shall consume everything. If you weren't already creeped out by the moon, then now I would expect that you are. They are protective deities of the 4 regions and used to be friends with Skull Kid. I see. Wow, this isn't good. Let's go back, hurry, the Song of Time, the Song of Time. No, Link's on a mission. Oh no, you've got to be kidding. Don't tell me you're going up there. That's a nice crotch shot. I don't know if Tattle is intentionally shielding us from the crotch, but anyway. I won't do it. You go by yourself. I'm staying here with Tail. I'll go. What? What are you saying, Tail? Is something wrong with you? I don't always want to be running away. If only I had been stronger, the Skull Kid wouldn't have. I'm struggling to ignore the crotches. I understand. I'll go. After all this time, Tail, you've really gotten stubborn, just like someone else I know. You know, you guys are really stupid. And off we go. So indeed, we don't go onto the surface of the moon, which would be very bizarre, because it doesn't look anything like this. It makes a whole lot more sense to go inside the moon. You can see there is a world of its own in here. And it's very weird looking. It's kind of, well, it's a bit psychedelic, honestly. I mean, look at the place. It's a wide green field. And I honestly don't know how much more of the game I'm expected to go through here. Like, how long is it going to take me to progress through this area? I really don't know, but these children... Let me just say, I'm getting some slowdown in this area, particularly when I look at the tree. I mean, if I look at this tree, it's fucking over. I mean, look at the difference in speed. Game speed here, all good. And then I look at the tree, and then, well, particularly if I look here. Well, it's actually a bit... It's rather inconsistent, actually. Okay, what do you have to say for yourself? I'm going to talk to you. Ah, nice weather, isn't it? Masks, you have a lot. You too. Will you be a mask salesman? Then I'll play with you. So, the masks. Give me some. Okay, so this is where we start to give away all of our masks. I'm going to start with the masks that I really don't need. I'm not going to give him the bunny hood, that would be terrible. I think we give 3 each. More. Yeah, don't worry. The bunny hood we will keep for the reason that it is the most functional mask of all the masks we hold. Apart from the 4 masks. Thanks, you're a nice person, aren't you? Hide and seek, let's play. Alright, I'll hide. So this is where, you know, the mini dungeons take place. So there is a piece of heart in all of these locations. That's our warp point out of here. I think we want to turn into Zora Link here. I hate having to give away all my masks at the end of the game, it pisses me off. I spend so much time trying to collect them all, and then they want them all, basically. I don't know where I'm going right now, but... I hope it's not important for me to go in one way in particular. Maybe I just get taken down the right path regardless. I really hope so, otherwise this is going to be fucking confusing. Okay. So I don't know if there's lots of other directions to go. Okay, first attempt, and I found him. What the fuck? That mask, take it off. Okay, sorry. Jesus. You found me. Hey, I want more masks. You greedy kid. What's your problem? Alright, well, if you want more, I'll give you more. I'm assuming that's what I'm expected to do. Yes, it does have a time limit, you're quite correct. More. Greedy bastard. Do I really have enough masks to give you 6, and then still have enough to give masks to the other ones? Can you ask a question? Yes. The right thing. What is it? I wonder. If you do the right thing, does it really make everybody happy? No. Interesting question, but the answer is no. That's something you have to come to terms with on your own. And it is dependent upon the situation. Well, hopefully I have enough fucking masks. Anyway, I guess we can give the Giant's mask away next. We're not going to be using that anytime soon. Thanks for the subscription, John. So, we would have missed a piece of heart there, but I actually don't care. I mean, if you think about it, what's the point of getting those pieces of heart if... yeah, I'm not going to get all of them anyway, so I really don't mind. I'm not overly concerned. Masks, you have a lot. Well, hold on, I don't really want to give you any. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take off the bunny hood first, so that way I can just give him 3 without having to equip different ones. Alright, get over here. You damn kid. What if I wasn't even supposed to give the masks to this guy? Yeah, what if I wasn't supposed to do that? What if I was instead supposed to give all the masks that, well, hold on. You won't play? Yeah, shut up. What if I was supposed to give this kid the masks? That would be really annoying. Yes. What? I think what we were supposed to do was talk to him. Yeah, we were. We were supposed to do that. That is so frustrating. So what was the point? Okay, so is that just to... that must just be to get the pieces of heart. That must be the only reason why it would talk to the other ones. Do you know how frustrating that is? That I have to now... oh my god. You know, this is one of the problems with this game, okay? You have to... nothing's clear. I was correct in that I basically don't have enough masks to... okay, so what you're supposed to do is give all of your masks to this one guy, and then he gives you the Fierce Deity mask, and then you fight the boss. Easy, okay? And, I didn't do that. I didn't know what I was expected to do, because it's been so long since I've played that I just, yeah, didn't do it right, I guess. What we'll do is we won't bother... I'm going to reset the console right now. One moment. Again, I really wish I didn't have to do this, but it's become necessary. And I'm not going to get any fairies, or maybe I'll get one. Get one just as a contingency, but it's really frustrating that I have to do this, and again, because it's a live recording, I can't exactly edit from here until I eventually get back to that point, because... no, whoops. But yeah, this is the frustrating nature of Majora's Mask. Again, it's, unless you actually have, I don't know, Nintendo Power sitting in front of you, you just don't know what you're supposed to do. This is, again, or maybe you've got a guide. I actually have a Prima guide for Majora's Mask, all in colour. But it's just... I hate that trial and error. It's not creative. It's dumb. Why wouldn't I talk to those kids and they want masks from me? I'll give them my masks. Why not? I'm at the end of the game. Oh, never mind. I'm actually supposed to give my masks to a different kid. Yeah. And who's to say they wouldn't give them back to me? No, they take them permanently. That's the idea. It's really frustrating. I'm not impressed with that aspect of Majora's Mask, I will tell you that much. It's very finicky, it's very specific. And of all the Zelda games, if you're playing this for the first time, this is the one that you probably want to walk through for the most. Because there are certain finicky aspects to it. And you get punished if you do things the wrong way. So, it'd be fine if you were punished for doing things the wrong way if it were clear. But sometimes it's not clear at all. It's very frustrating. So, for instance, I'm sitting here, having to play this fucking song over and over and over again, until I eventually get to Night of the Final Day. And even at that point, I have to wait for time to pass even further. It's not good. It's boring to fight Majora with this mask. I'm so sorry to bore you, Leander. I'm so sorry to bore you. I have acquired all the masks, so I'm going to use the Fierce Deity. Sorry. Alright. So what we're going to do is we're going to get to Night of the Final Day. This should be the last time that we play the song. And then I'm going to warp to Zora Cape. We're going to get one of those fairies. Well, I'm glad that you feel that way about it, Leander, but I do not, so there you go. What we're going to do is warp over to Zora Cape. We have some time to kill anyway, but there really isn't anything for me to do beyond just getting that fairy, unless I go and get a bunch of fairies, but I don't need the same number that I got previously. It is so frustrating, really, that I did the wrong thing. I probably should have talked to the kid who was wearing Majora's mask. I believe if you have all the masks in your inventory, that is when he will actually want all of your masks. So, okay. But yeah, I have definitely reached the point where I'm quite ready to finish this Let's Play. I'm very eager to do that. Very eager to do that. And as I said in the previous video, I really didn't... Oh, I went to the wrong place now that I think about it. But yeah, I am quite eager to finish this Let's Play, even though I haven't been forcing myself to play it at times that I didn't really feel like it. But really, it's just... yeah. Hasn't really left me with the same impression that it left me when I was younger, I'll tell you that much. Not so much a fan anymore. But I am very interested to see how I'll feel about the remakes. And again, the ideal situation would be that they remake them on Nintendo Switch. That would be great. Oh, I can use the bottle in Zora form, that's good. We'll just get 2 fairies, because I need to pass time anyway, don't I? So we may as well do that. But, yeah, I suppose if I had played this game more recently, maybe I would want to do the Majora fight a little differently. It's been very long since I acquired the Fierce Deity mask, and that's what I was planning on doing anyway, so that's what's going to happen. It's been more than 10 years since I last fought Majora, and I don't particularly care about fighting him in the more interesting way. There is no correct way to do it, unfortunately. There is only opinion as to which way is the correct way to do it. And my opinion differs. We are going to return to Clock Town, and then we're just going to sit there and wait, which is one of the... I guess that's the best way to play the game, isn't it? Just sit there and wait until the event that you need to happen happens. I always find it funny to play the Song of Soaring with Zora Link, because the wings are coming out of his legs, you know. It's kind of funny. But yeah, playing A Link to the Past is going to heal me from this game. It's going to have the same effect as the Song of Healing on me. Because this has not been the most enjoyable experience, I would have to say. It definitely hasn't... well, it's interesting. I would say that my original Let's Play of Ocarina of Time from 2015 that I did on the GameCube version, that pissed me off more than this here. My livestream playthrough that I did of Ocarina of Time on the Nintendo 64 in 2019, that didn't piss me off as much as either that original Ocarina of Time Let's Play or this Majora's Mask Let's Play. It goes Ocarina of Time Let's Play, Majora's Mask Let's Play, then Ocarina of Time livestream playthrough in descending order. The first being the most frustrating. And that's a real shame. I don't know what it is about this game that has left me frustrated, but... yeah, I think, you know, that's really what it is. It doesn't frustrate me in the same way that Ocarina of Time frustrated me, because it is a little... because it's a more recent game, it is a little more polished as compared to Ocarina of Time. Most of my issues with Ocarina of Time were not so much game design related as they were... well, I guess you could technically file that under the category of game design if something is a little bit rough around the edges when it comes to interacting with the game with the controller, but it's just, it feels more outdated, that's the difference. Whereas here, the issues that I have are related to how specific certain events are in the game. And it's freaking annoying. The lack of saving ability and all of that. The limited time. I mean, the limited time really hasn't been as much of an issue for me as it is for some people. Just being able to use the Song of Inverted Time, or the Inverted Song of Time rather, is very important and makes all the difference, but I did almost run out of time while I was fighting Gaiorg, which was quite... well, it was nerve-wracking at the time, and I suppose it added a dimension to the fight that you wouldn't expect to have in any other Zelda fight, so maybe you could construe that as a positive, but I personally felt that it was unnecessary for me to be stressed that I would actually run out of time. I literally killed Gaiorg, boss number 3, with about a minute left until I got the cutscene where we all die. So... yeah, and that's just because I was a little bit careless, I suppose, with my time. But I wasn't that careless. I had just rather naturally almost run the clock out. And that was a shame. Because there was a lot leading up to the dungeon itself, and then I did the dungeon in the same cycle, and I was taking my time, just playing comfortably, at the pace that suited me. And then next thing you know, I'm running out of time. I had to forego the stray fairies of that dungeon first time through, so that I wouldn't run out of time. Now, there's a stressful aspect to that not many people can appreciate. It never bothered me in the past. But when I think about it now, that I have more of a point of reference for other video games, the mechanic just doesn't feel quite right. I just don't like having a limited amount of time. But other people will definitely say that it gives more depth to the... or rather, it offers more depth to the game. It feels like there's more going on. It feels like it's important. There is actually a sense of impending danger. So it is a good thing in that way. And I definitely do agree that it serves a functional purpose, and I think it's good, but is probably not my preference when it comes to a Zelda game. I'm glad they only did it once, and I think it served its purpose. At the end of the day, I do prefer this game to Ocarina of Time, without a doubt. But the reason why I sit here talking about relatively negative feelings when it comes to Majora's Mask is because it has been a bit of a shock to me that all these years later I'm actually playing it and not having a lot of fun. Or at least not as much fun as I would expect to have with what I previously called my favourite Zelda game. So, yeah, times change, people change, and I don't know, the game hasn't aged as well as I expected it to, that's all I can say. Which again, brings me to the desire to play the 3D remake, or the 3DS remake, I should say. It should have been on a stationary console in the first place, by the way. They should have held off on the Ocarina of Time remake until... well, I don't know. Until they had a console that wasn't garbage like the 3DS, I guess. Whether that be the Wii U or the Switch or whatever, doesn't matter. Honestly, they could have even done an excellent remake in the GameCube days, but there would have been less of a reason to do that because the game was still fairly new back then. I think people would have taken issue with an Ocarina of Time remake in the GameCube days, so they didn't do it. Instead, they made two great games, which were Wind Waker and Four Swords Adventures. I love those two games. And Four Swords Adventures, very interestingly, was a game that I watched gameplay of and expected to, like, really, really enjoy. But if I had to compare Four Swords Adventures to A Link to the Past and Minish Cap, Four Swords Adventures would be the worst of the three, by far. And it would also be the worst of the four if I were to bring Link's Awakening into the equation. So, yeah. In terms of how it would compare to Oracle of Ages and Seasons, I couldn't really say because it's been so long since I've played those games. I do have those games as well on their original cartridges, much like I do with Link's Awakening DX, but haven't gotten around to playing them yet. I'm probably about, well, with the original cartridge, that is to say, with Link's Awakening, I'm about 70%, maybe 80% of the way through the game. But, let's see if I can remember how to play the song. Yep. Fairly straightforward. It's a lot more logical than songs such as Elegy of Emptiness and New Wave Bossa Nova. But yeah, I've really enjoyed my experience with Link's Awakening, and the reason why I talk about my recent experience with Link's Awakening is because that was a game that I had played so long ago, and I had only played it once, I think, maybe once or twice. I think maybe once with the original Game Boy version, and then a second time in the DX version, both emulated actually, back in the early days of emulation. But I didn't really have clear memories of those games. The Oracle of Ages, Seasons, and Link's Awakening games. And I was able to play Link's Awakening with the experience of having played all the other Zelda games a lot, having played lots of other video games, and it really was impressive. I thought it was a really interesting game. It was rather difficult for me. It really was difficult. It wasn't a simple game for me, in the sense that your way forward wasn't very clear at all times, and it just... the dungeons sort of got to me at times, but it was interestingly designed. I really appreciated that. I think personally, Zelda was best as a top-down 2D game, referring to the series itself. But I do like what 3D Zelda became, with Wind Waker and Twilight Princess most certainly. But yeah, I'll be doing less plays of all of them, long story short. And I don't think I'll be doing Let's Plays of the 3DS versions of Ocarina of Time and Majora's Mask. I'll just do live stream playthroughs. I'll just do, you know, long recording playthroughs of those. I'm 43 minutes in and I'm only now seeing this, you know. Unfortunately, it's the second time I've seen it. It's the second time you've seen it if you've been watching the whole time. But, yeah, unfortunately this was necessary because I messed up, I suppose. So technically, even though I did take the time to get all masks and all those heart pieces, I didn't get 100% here. But I will definitely take this save file to 100% on a different occasion. It's going to be a bit of work because I'll have to work out that missing piece of heart, but I will do it in the future at some point. Because I would like a 100% save on that cartridge. But, much like the situation with my Zelda Twilight Princess Japanese GameCube version, I will be doing that off-camera as opposed to on-camera. Alright, come on. Again, for all these people who want to read this, watch the previous cutscene. The previous time I was looking through this, anyway. Or playing through it. Because this is my second time reaching this point. And I read it all. At least I can look at the crotches again. What a delight, really. What a delight. Skinny Kool-Aid men. Yeah, I didn't even think about that. They are a bit like Kool-Aid men, aren't they? What did he say when he crashed through the walls of buildings again? I can't remember what his line was. He said something when he'd crash in. It was like, oh yeah! Something like that. I don't know. They did a pretty good job with the Kool-Aid commercials back then. They didn't exist here in Australia, of course. Kool-Aid was an American thing. But with the advent of the internet, it got around and it was quite funny. You know, Kool-Aid Man, Billy Mays, none of those things existed over here, but it was quite a phenomenon on the internet. Oh yeah! It's been so long since I've seen those advertisements that I can't really remember it very clearly. I just remember him crashing through the wall, and it clearly wasn't a real wall. It was like cardboard. It just wasn't convincing at all, but it was funny, and you know, he was a fucking glass pitcher. And with a face, and it was crazy. But yeah, it was a good campaign because the thing is, if you're creative with it, it makes an impact. I think there are a lot of advertisements that insult the intelligence of people, but you don't have to insult people's intelligence to get them to buy a product. The way you do it is by doing something funny. That's really the way you do it. And they definitely succeeded with the Kool-Aid commercials, without a doubt. And ShamWow wasn't supposed to be funny, but it was funny. I mean, ShamWow was the ultimate meme of whatever year that would have been. I guess 2007 through to 2009, ShamWow was quite a thing. But let's assume, I think I've got those dates right. It was around that time. And yeah, ShamWow was a big deal. And the funny thing is, it was just a different era of the internet. It's not like people of today would look at that and go, that's hilarious. I mean, it was just, I don't know. There was something about it that was funny. And I do miss those days of the internet. I really do. It was better. The innocence, you know. Like, Angry German Kid wouldn't be funny anymore. I mean, Evolution of Dance would probably still be considered funny, but Angry German Kid, not so much. And I could go on forever, but I won't. Will you play with me? Yes. You have only weak masks. What does he mean? I have only weak masks. No. You're a coward. What does he mean by that? I have only weak masks. Okay, well, I'll try to work out how to get the Fierce Deity mask. I mean, I hope it wasn't totally unnecessary for me to reset. That would be frickin' annoying. I assumed he said that I only have weak masks for the reason that I had given some of them away. I'm talking to him with every mask in the frickin' game apart from Fierce Deity, and he's like, you have weak masks. What the fuck? What's his problem? Obviously I'm supposed to do something and I didn't realize. Again, it's so... I mean, that would have been the logical explanation in my mind, but it wasn't the explanation as to why he said that I have weak masks. So that just further proves the point that you need a fucking walkthrough if you're playing this game and you just don't know what you're supposed to be doing. It's fucking stupid. Anyway, yeah, just... So am I expected to... Okay, so So, I didn't need to reset. I didn't need to reset. What I'm supposed to do is give all these masks to the other kids. Which is what I would have done anyway. But the game confused me. I don't know. Or at the very least my memory confused me. It's not over yet, you still have work to do, it'll be a couple hours more. That's not true. That's not true. A couple hours more? Fuck off. I found this kid very quickly. Very quickly. Previously. I mean, what do you mean a couple of hours more? I can't fucking put up with that. I'm almost done. I hope. Oh, fucking hell. I was taken to the boss room of Majora when I previously talked to the kid. I don't want to do a couple of hours. I'm so done with this game. I'm ready to finish. I've had my fun. And it wasn't that fun, okay? Wasn't that fun. I'm so ready for A Link to the Past. I'm so fucking ready. I was born ready for this. But I guess in the meantime, I'll try to get to that kid. I've got no idea if I just fluked it previously, but I'm gonna try to go the same way that I went before. I think the water takes me in the direction I'm supposed to go, yeah. So if I let it take me in the direction that I'm supposed to, yeah. The water flows rather naturally, takes me here, here we go. And there's the kid. And then he wants more masks. It's very fucking annoying that... I have the Zora mask equipped. But that's alright. More. Yeah. Yeah, I know about the mini dungeons, but... whatever. Yes, you can ask a question. I've already seen the fucking question, so shut up. Okay. So, what we're supposed to do is give all the masks away to all the kids. And, I don't know if we're supposed to give away the form masks. I'm assuming that maybe we are in the end, but... hello. Nice weather, isn't it? Yeah. Quite nice. What I'm going to do is I'm going to say no, so that I can equip 3 masks here, like so. I'm not giving him the frickin' bunny hood, that's not happening. Take it. I'm just hoping I can get through these nice and quickly. My plan is to get this done in this recording, and I don't know, I just... oh, you only needed 2? Okay. I guess I needed to give the other guy 3 because he was the 3rd boss. That's interesting. That's very interesting. Okay. Well, he's hoping this one's going to be about as fast as the other one. That's my hope anyway. Now this will be fun. Great. For you. Well, enjoy yourself. Enjoy yourself. Okay, so because this is the... oh, I understand. We need to use the form that is associated with the dungeon that the mask related to. Nice and quickly. Oh, fucking hell. Don't say that. Don't say that. Don't say that. Well, fine. You better charge, come on. Oh. Okay, well that's great. I mean, maybe I can claw shot to that sign. It's looking like I can claw shot to that sign. Well, let's just... this isn't looking good. No. Well, that's fine. That's fine. Maybe we can claw shot, because why else would they have empty chests sitting there? So let's have a look and see. I'm so not in the mood to do, like, a 3-hour-long fucking Majora's Mask recording for a Let's Play. I'm so not in the mood for that. Looks like I can't claw shot to it. Maybe you're expected to claw shot to it later. But not here, no. Well, that's fine. Yeah, claw shot and Majora's Mask. Well, I do have a reason as to why I said that. Tron. I did 2 back-to-back Twilight Princess recordings. I did a full playthrough of the HD version, and then I did a full playthrough of the Japanese GameCube version. So I have every excuse in the world to say claw shot instead of hook shot, so you can shut up. I have every excuse in the world. What the fuck is that? That's concerning. Okay, well I'm guessing I can hook shot to that. Or is it just gonna be not allowed? Oh no, that seems to be allowed to me. It's not that far away. Oh, come on. Yes, I do realise, logically, a red dot would appear. Okay, I guess you can't claw shot to the lids of the chests. That's a warp point, I can assume, but I don't think this is going to be pleasant. Okay. That was fun. If I do get lost at any point, I will whip out Zelda Dungeon and become even more confused, because Zelda Dungeon was written by monkeys, but that is what it is. Was I just taken back to here? This is where I came from, wasn't it? Are you fucking kidding me? Are you fucking kidding me? This fucking game. Alright. I think I was just taken to the same place. Why is it so difficult to just go in a straight line with a Nintendo 64 controller analog stick? Like, how fucking hard is it? Straight line, man, straight line. Thank you. That's all I ask for, really. That's all I fucking ask for. Okay, so clearly I'm not supposed to go in that thing. I'm probably supposed to go in some of them in the future, but not that one. I can't get across there. I don't have enough of a run-up. Unless there's a way around here. This is some miserable shit. No, I can't do a run-up on the spot. Okay, fine, you win. Majora's Mask, you fucking win. Okay, so I hope they're not different, depending on the version. That would be fucking annoying. I think it said that it was different. Okay. So, okay, no problem, no problem. So you need to do a specific route to get the piece of heart in the Gaiorg one, but, okay. And I didn't do Gaiorg, did I? Oh no, I did, yeah. That was the one that I did. Okay, so what I want to do is... just looking through the walkthrough, it seems to be the same. Okay, so this area looks very confusing at first, but as you follow the path, it's pretty simple. My fucking ass. Ah, I see. So the chests are designed to bounce you in the right direction. Well, this is miserable. That's not perfectly positioned. That's perfectly positioned if I do still need to make an adjustment to my movement. That is necessary. So I'll do that. Ugh. It's not fucking easy. It's not easy, baby. This is scaring the shit out of me, by the way. You know how easy it is to fuck that up? Do you know how easy that is to fuck that up? This is terrible. You're still watching, Leander? Holy shit. I thought my decision to use the Fierce Deity mask was far too boring for you. Okay. Get moving. Get moving. I don't want to sit here and wait for you to slowly materialize in this position. That's annoying. You know, it kind of ends up better if you think about it. Okay, so maybe going through that portal that I went through before would cause me to appear here instead of over there, because I think I appeared over on that side before I went in that portal. So therefore, going in the portal is actually useful, if I'm correct about that, anyway. Alright. Well, I'm kind of... Actually, no, I do have pots surrounding me, so I can get some magic that way. Excuse me. Thank you very much. I'm hoping those infinitely spawn, because if they don't, that's going to be a problem. Sorry for the background noise if you can hear that, which you probably can. Again, anyone who probably... If anyone has the opinion that I'm particularly bad at doing this, this controller is like 23 years old, so yeah. Something like that. Oh, let's try to... that didn't work. Okay, kill me. Right, okay, well, if I let go of the joystick while I'm spiked up, maybe it'll work. Let's have a look and see. Oh, I see. I see. Whoa! Are you serious? Tron. Well, hold on, let me die, hold on. What? I guess he's made the decision that something else would be a little more entertaining. Hello? So you didn't actually donate $50, you nearly made me shit. Because I wouldn't want to actually fight the Majora without Fierce Deity, because quite frankly... Oh shit, I'm slightly off target. But yeah, I wouldn't want to fight it without Fierce Deity, because I was sort of hoping to do that. Oh, what if I... Okay, I thought that was a portal for a second. What? Goron Link could go X Games. What does that even mean? Okay, I think I can get a lead up here, but oh, maybe it's better to go this way. I don't... Yeah, this should be fine. It looks like there's even more to go through here. Is that... That looks like the way I'm supposed to go, doesn't it? I'm assuming there is more to do here, so that you can get the piece of heart. I don't want the piece of heart, okay? Oh, I'm stupid. I needed a better run-up than that. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. This is annoying. I'd rather not have to do this. Oh, well, we can go straight in there, that's alright. This analog stick is miserable. Just getting across here accurately is fucking impossible. Extreme sports entertainment. Yeah, I do not, I'm not a sports entertainment kind of guy, as you can imagine. Some would call them suicidal sports entertainment. You remember that, that old joke, the Pain Olympics? Which was, of course, that it wasn't real, but people thought it was real, and it was funny. Well, it wasn't actually funny. I didn't... What were they called again? Like the BMP... something like that, Pain Olympics. It was kind of bad, but... Alright, that should get me over. Now I can go through the door. There we go. Done with that garbage. Absolute garbage. I don't care about the piece of heart. Couldn't give a shit. Couldn't give a shit. Oh, right. Skating, yeah. It's not a big deal. You get a free pass if English is not your first language. Don't put the mask on. Stop. Take it off. I didn't mean to. Okay, I'm sorry. Take it off. No. Oh, are you going back? No! You're not going back. Shut up, kid. Now take the mask. Oh, that's right. I didn't need 3. I only needed 2 because you accept 2 as opposed to 3. It depends on which number dungeon. Yes. You. What makes you happy? Does it make others happy too? Does it make others happy too? Yes, actually. For instance, I enjoy making videos, and other people enjoy that as well, so there you go. What makes me happy makes others happy too. How heartwarming. Okay, let's go and make our way to... We're going to go to the first dungeon now, or at the very least the first mini-dungeon that is modelled based on dungeon number 1. Ha! I'm German, but I'm not angry. Is there such a thing? No, I only joke. It is a very aggressive sounding language though, which I do find very entertaining. Okay, so I'm guessing you only need 1 mask. That would be my guess. Nice weather, isn't it? Yes. Take it. Thanks. I am a nice person. Let's play hide and seek. I'm assuming that this will be relatively easy. Most likely. If it's not, then I'm prepared to have my ass handed to me. Well and truly prepared. We are 1 hour and 6 minutes in. My hope is that I can get this done within the next... hour. I think I fucked that up. That's alright. I can get onto it. I can get onto it. I believe in myself. I don't believe in myself. No, I do believe in myself. Notice how I only believe in myself if it becomes obvious that I'm going to make it. That is the irony, of course. That is the irony. Okay, I can probably make this one over here. I think I can. Oh, this is the good one. This is the one I wanted to make. Okay, that's very good. Okay, so, woohoo, that was close. I nearly shat. Okay, where do I want to go? Let's just go over here. This will take me over that, hopefully. I'm not going to have to worry about running out of distance here. This will take me all the way, or maybe it won't. Oh, it didn't. Oh, that's a problem. Okay, well that was my... that was me overestimating the distance that I could travel with that golden flower. The only Germans that are not angry are the potheads. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. No, to speak the language correctly, you have to be quite, you know... Well, you have to enunciate, don't you? And when you enunciate German properly... Wow. Shit's fucking... aggressive. Okay, I think I'm gonna miss this. Am I gonna miss this? No, I'm gonna make it. Excellent. Get in the flower, quickly. Holy shit. Okay. So maybe if I go from here, I will make it. It might not be necessary to get onto that other flower if I go from here. In other words, going from... No, it might be necessary. Oh no, it's not necessary. Okay, well that works out delightfully, doesn't it? I think... Excuse me, I think we're already done here. Yep, we are. You know why it's being taken care of so damn quickly? It's because I have made the decision that the pieces of heart can go fuck themselves. Because I want to finish this game. I don't like this game, but it does a better job of being dark and gritty than Twilight Princess. I would say that it does the same job but in a very different way, and whether or not you think this does a better job of it does depend on what you're focusing on. I think this game has more of a cartoonish look to it than Twilight Princess does, because of the colours. The colours are fairly bright. I would say in concept, and in terms of the story, yeah, this is a much darker game as compared to Twilight Princess, but Twilight Princess is, through and through, when you look at the design of it, just a darker game. But Twilight Princess had more freedom to do things like that because it was a different era of 3D game design, so yeah. I would say that I don't think it's appropriate to compare the two because I don't think they're comparable, given the different era of game that they were. Yes, only one console separated the two of them. Technically 2 if you count the Wii, but it was designed for GameCube. But back then that was significant, because 3D game design technology was... well, it was progressing at quite a rate, so... I'm assuming you're going to need 4 masks, so... Oh yes, I will have to give all my masks away. Or will I? No, I won't. Okay. Well, I was talking about the 4 masks when I said that. Okay, take them. Nice weather, isn't it? It is, actually. I would say that it is. Golden flower sounds like golden shower. Ever thought about that? Not until you mentioned it. I would say that it does rhyme. It's not a terrible rhyme, I've heard worse rhymes before. I am a nice person, I think. I've given you a mask of a crying man and you're calling me a nice person. Whatever. This is, I'm just gonna guess, I'm just gonna throw something out there. Given the nature of the Stone Tower Temple, this is probably going to be the most miserable mini-dungeon of them all. So I can't wait to have my ass handed to me by this place. I can't wait. Really. Hello, Hawk. If I were recording this as I normally would, this would be... Oh, is it a mini-boss? Is it like a mini-boss rush? If it is, then I'm going to be utterly delighted, because that's going to be kind of fun. Okay, I'm ready to shit on this guy. Hope you're ready to get shat on. Can't fucking destroy... One hit! Oh, that's good. That's good. Give me more of that. That's so entertaining. I love the Great Fairy Sword. I know it's called the Fairy Sword, I don't care. Oh, I don't have the Mask of Truth. Interesting, well, suck it. I don't care. Hello. Hope you're ready to die. Okay, well that's fine. I can shield with... Oh, I thought I could shield with the sword. Apparently not. Let's see how I can... Oh no, it doesn't shield. It has the appearance of shielding, but it doesn't actually. Put it away. Give me the prompt to put it away, you fuck. Oh, I have to pull out my sword to put it away. Okay. Why did... Alright, you're testing my patience, but that's okay, because... That's exactly how it is. What does this mean? Am I supposed to hit you with a bow? I don't have arrows. What the f... Usually if I shield this guy's attack, he gets knocked back. Now he's completely resistant to my shielding, which leaves me with what? How do I hit him? Literally the one way that you would hit him in the past has been... Oh, I see, that's how I do it. So, that's how it was originally, I'm sorry. I'd completely forgotten how to fight him. I'd completely forgotten. That's my foolishness. So what you're supposed to do is you're supposed to avoid him, and then in the moment where he's sort of standing there, then you hit him. And I have fought him before, so I should know this, but... And then he has a counter-attack there. Let's walk out of the way. He looks around because he's stupid. But I'm losing a lot of health here, even with my defense increase. There we go, he's dead. Oh well. Yeah, it was strange that I had forgotten that, even though I had fought him in the past, but... I was obviously remembering the regular Garo. Fucking... Oh, that's right. Put away. Thank you. Would have liked to have been able to do that in the past. When I was actually fighting him, you know. Had to pull out my sword to put that away. But that's quite alright, I can live with that. Alright, what's in the chest? Is it a piece of heart? I doubt it. I doubt it, it's going to be something else. Arrows, I'll take them. I'll take them. Here's another Eye of Truth. Or whatever the hell you call it. Here we go, Iron Knuckle. This is going to be real fun. Because these guys really can't do much in the face of the Fairy Sword. You poor bastard. I don't know how much more damage the Fairy Sword does compared to the Gilded Sword. I would say they're both, you know, similarly powerful, but the Fairy Sword is slightly better, definitely. You poor piece of shit. You could barely do anything in that situation. What's this chest going to contain? Come on. Bomb chews, really? Okay. How do I get up there? Oh, there must be something to activate up there. Using bomb chews, which is weird, but... They're basically telling me use bomb chews, but... Okay, because I don't want to waste my time stupidly, I'm going to check to see what I'm expected to do. Oh, there's a crack in the wall. Where's the crack in the wall? It's apparently somewhere. Or maybe not right here. Oh, there should be a... Is there an eye in the room that I can shoot? Ah, I see you. I see you. Maybe the eye in the wall to shoot is for the piece of heart. It's possible. Well, that doesn't look like it's going to be on target. Honey and Darling's fucking minigame has taught me nothing. Oh, I understand. Maybe that will do the trick. Come on. You'd better work. Are you fucking joking? Are you fucking joking? Do I need to shoot? Okay. I'll try shooting it then. This is going to require skill beyond my imagination. Are you fucking joking? Oh, this is pissing me right off. I don't have enough bomb chews to do this. I really don't. Fuck! Absolute dick. Okay, let's try the fire arrow because that would have a wider area of effect. Okay, this seems to only be for the piece of heart. If I don't have bombs, I can't throw it to touch the ceiling. Where's the frozen eye switch? There isn't one. Fucking stupid. How am I supposed to do this? Oh, I see. I had forgotten that the bomb chew actually begins its fuse when you equip it like that, or when you prepare yourself to use it. Okay. I had completely forgotten that function of the bomb chew. There we go. I believe this is for a piece of heart. It might not be. I only need one... This fucking analog stick. I only need one more for another heart container. And I'm assuming that's going to allow me to... Oh no. Well, I don't need a piece of heart. Seriously, if it's not a piece of heart, I don't care. I can live without it. I really can. Okay. I need nothing. I'll take it then. Thank you. Thanks. There's another heart container for me. Alright, what am I doing here? Oh. Okay. Well, this is a problem because I've only got 2 of these left. This is a little scary. Can you please make it? Yeah, first fucking try. With only 2 bomb chews to spare. Only 2 bomb chews to spare. And now I can continue on. I mean, what happens if you run out of them? You must be able to get more, or if you can't, then I suppose that would be pretty damn miserable. Okay. So now I have to give you the last 4 masks. Breaks my heart that I have to give you the bunny hood, but whatever. No, I did find you. Apparently this one has something creepy to say. Take my bunny hood. It is the mask that I have used the most. Probably even more than the form masks, really. Because the form masks can't really be used in every situation, whereas the bunny hood is pretty much usable in any situation. Okay, yes, you can ask a question. Your true face, what kind of face is it? I wonder, the face under the mask, is that your true face? Well, that was somehow referenced by the fact that when Link plays the Elegy of Emptiness, there's some other creepy looking thing underneath. So, yeah. I can understand what he's trying to get across, so I'm assuming that now that we have no masks, we can receive Fierce Deity. I'm assuming. If we don't receive it, I'll be pissed. Couple of hours, says Tron. Everyone has gone away, haven't they? Will you play with me? Yeah. You don't have any masks left, do you? Well, let's do something else. Let's play good guys against bad guys. Yes, let's play that. Fierce Deity. And apparently, for some reason, I'm getting slowdown in this shot. Don't know why, but apparently the Nintendo 64 can't even handle the Fierce Deity. So there you go. There's a theory that Link actually dies in the beginning of Majora's Mask, and the entire game is purgatory for him. That's creepy. But I don't believe the theory has been confirmed. For the reason that the split timeline theory was confirmed as canon by Nintendo, in that, yeah, it's been kind of confirmed that he lived on to become an adult at least. Because then he teaches Link and Twilight Princess. But I've always been of the opinion that that was nothing more than a theory, and because Nintendo has never had the desire to really care about the way in which all the games link together into one coherent story, they decided that that was such a well-done theory, and it really was well done, the split timeline theory in its entirety, that they decided, okay, this can be the canon story, that's fine, all good. So that's the way I look at it. I don't think it was actually, you know, spot on correct at every turn. But yeah, I think that's sensible. Fierce Deity, are you ready? You're the bad guy. And when you're bad, you just run. That's fine, right? Well, shall we play? Yes, please. Yes, please. We are 1 hour and 22 minutes in. We're doing alright. I have not fought this boss in a very, very long time. And I have not put this mask on in a very, very long time. Oh, there we go. Isn't that creepy? Okay, let's hope that the Nintendo 64 can handle this. You would think that he'd be able to, or rather you would think the Nintendo 64 would be able to handle it, but unfortunately, certain parts of this game really do cause it to struggle. Yeah, you did mention that before, Potato. I always thought the spines moving was very silly. I never appreciated that. I mean, I think it's fine to fight the mask as the first thing, but don't I have a ranged attack? I think I have a ranged attack. What is going on? Did I attack him from a distance? I don't think so. I didn't see anything that was a ranged attack. But I believe Fierce Deity does have a ranged attack. I actually don't know what the hell's going on here. Okay. You can die. Are you dead? Yeah, you're dead. Whoa. Am I supposed to kill the masks? I do have a ranged attack. I just need to get on target with it. Holy shit. I didn't even notice the visual effect of it, actually. Okay, so... Oh, you've been affected, I think. Yeah, okay, that's... Fierce Deity for you. Is it necessary to destroy the other masks? I'm just going to assume that it is. If you target, it shoots. Okay. I wasn't sure if it was necessary to charge it up or not. Look at that fire effect. Oh, Nintendo 64. Try not to catch on fire for me, please. Creepy. He's doing a dance. Majora's incarnation. He's doing a dance. Oh god, I remember this. Okay, I'll try. I don't know what's important about attacking the masks. Maybe it is necessary, I'm not entirely sure. But hello. I'd like to hit you. Maybe you can only hit him when he stops. Yeah, that is the case. It's so funny how he runs around. I do apologise for how this looks. I mean, this is on the actual Nintendo 64 PAL50, so might look a bit weird. I'm guessing he, much like the first incarnation of... I mean, this is literally called Majora's Incarnation, but I'm assuming it works in the same way, in that you hit him to incapacitate him and then you attack when you have the opportunity. Majora's Jackson. Uh-oh, he's getting all strong. Now that is creepy. Majora's Wrath. It was definitely a time when I don't trust you. I do love his whips. I think they're very cool. Whoa, what are you doing? I'd like to get close and attack you. That would be more fun, I think. Whoa, take it easy. I actually got stuck in something of a... Alright, get on target, please. On target. On target. I do want to get close there. Alright, let's do a physical attack. I'd like to hit him with the sword physically easy. Oh, I love the backflip with Fierce Deity. Come on. Very good, very good. I'm assuming it would do more damage if you were to hit him with the actual sword. I'm assuming. There we go. That's Majora. Down for the count. Hello, A-Gaming. This is how you do a creepy, goofy boss fight, unlike Zant. Yeah, definitely the way they did Zant was probably the biggest issue with Twilight Princess. I'm willing to say that. I wouldn't say Twilight Princess is a perfect game, but definitely what they fucked up the most, by far, was Zant. It's not enough to ruin the game for me, but it is a real shame. Anyway. Oh, creepy moon. I haven't seen this in a very long time. I almost have no memory of this ending cutscene, so I'm quite eager to see this again. I'm quite eager. Rainbow light consumes the moon, and it goes back into the sky. Everyone's cheering, knowing not of our influence on the event. I like your purple pants. He's screaming like he always does. Why does no one question the fact that all he does is just roll his head and then scream with this bloody red mouth? I mean, I've never understood that. In all my history, Dawn of a New Day. I forgot about that. That's cool. Dawn of a New Day. Ah, he's awake. There's the Skull Kid. And he looks really creepy without his mask on. I think he looks creepier without it. These things are standing around still. You guys are creepy too. Did you know that? It feels like your beards are skirts, but they don't cover your crotches. I'm staring at your non-existent genitalia, in spite of your weird hair design. Facial hair design. You guys, you hadn't forgotten about me? You still thought of me as a friend? Ocarina of Time recording when? Never. I already did a live stream playthrough of that, in 2019. Relatively recently. You nearly got kicked in the head. Well, at least according to that perspective. No, the Let's Play that's going to follow this one is A Link to the Past on Super Nintendo. I'm going to be recording that off my Super Nintendo, and that's going to be a great deal of fun. I'm so looking forward to that. I would record it today, but I'm already shitting on the algorithm by coming out with 3 Majora's Mask recordings in a row, so if I start doing multiple videos in a day, The algorithm's gonna cast me down. It's gonna point at me like whatever his name was, Groose in Skyward Sword. The algorithm's gonna do that, and it's gonna be like, no views for you. Your video will be delivered to no one, says the YouTube algorithm. Did you save me? I guess now you have more time for Breath of the Wild. That is true, that is exactly right. Now that this Let's Play has been taken care of, Breath of the Wild is officially the #1 priority. It's always been the #1 priority, technically. But this was bumped up the list of priorities for the reason that I was almost done with the game. I had reached a point where I had killed the last boss and I was pretty much at 100%. So I decided to forego 100% for the reason that I had misplaced a heart piece somewhere along the line, which is really stupid. I did collect them all, but I must have reset a cycle and lost one of them. But, yeah, I was getting close to finishing, so I thought, let's just focus on Majora's Mask, and here I am. We're basically done with Majora's Mask, so I will be replacing this Let's Play with A Link to the Past, but I will certainly prioritize Breath of the Wild. I'm going to try to do more Breath of the Wild, and we'll see what happens with that. Hopefully I finish it soon. I'm probably not going to do 100% of that. Well, what I mean to say is I'm probably not going to complete all quests, including DLC quests. I'll basically do as much of that as I feel comfortable doing, and then I'll finish it up. Who's supposed to have a black face? Well, this is the European PAL version, so there might be a different version for the European one. Much like Ocarina of Time, there were multiple versions. There's, in this case, the European Nintendo 64 version and the GameCube version, so yeah. Maybe it's different here. Friends are a nice thing to have, heh. Could you be my friend too? No, fuck you, you creepy thing. What do you mean Skull Kid's supposed to have a black face? Maybe the lighting's different? I don't know. This should be... this doesn't seem to be different to what I remember. You have the same smell as the fairy kid who taught me that song in the woods. Funny that. I know. Let's do something. Oh, so the evil has left the mask after all. I forgot about this guy entirely. Well, now I finally have it back. Since I'm in the midst of my travels, I must bid you farewell. Why are you shaking again? Get a grip. Well, yeah, all blood is replaced with some green crap in the later versions of Ocarina of Time. Kind of annoying. I do plan to play the Japanese version of Ocarina of Time on a Japanese Nintendo 64 at some point in the future, so I will be able to do that, and we'll also have the Islamic chant in the Fire Temple going as well. Hope you look forward to that, but I'm not going to be playing Ocarina of Time for a little while. I need a break from the Nintendo 64 games, most assuredly. Or the Nintendo 64 Zeldas, particularly. Ha! Well, that's true, Potato. Shouldn't we be returning home or rather, shouldn't you be returning home as well? Whenever there is a meeting, a parting is sure to follow. However, that parting need not last forever. Have you ever noticed that your posture is terrible? Whether a parting be forever or merely for a short time, that is up to you. With that, please excuse me. I have to tell you that this ending sequence is really distant in my memory, so it's really nice to see it again. But, my, you sure have managed to make quite a number of people happy. The masks you have are filled with happiness. This is truly a good happiness. Mysterious. Well, both of us have gotten what we were after, so this is where you and I part ways, isn't it? Ethan's made an appearance. He missed about 80% of the Let's Play, but he's here at the end at least. You know, it was kind of fun. Well, it's almost time for the carnival to begin. So why don't you just leave and go about your business? The rest of us have a carnival to go to. That's rather cold of you, Tattle. Link! Well, you told him to leave. No regretting it now. Thank you. Well, Tattle's been on quite the adventure. The adventure of a lifetime. Because if you think about it, the only two people who truly have an understanding of what has been done are Tattle and Link. Because they were the two who were constantly going back and forth through time. And that is The Legend of Zelda Majora's Mask, recorded on the Nintendo 64. You always play while I'm at work. Yeah, that's fine. I'm not like blaming you or anything. Yeah, it's been a long time since I've seen this credit screen. It's good to see it. Except I'd rather not see this obese fish drumming man. Or drumming fish man, yeah. You can't sing! I mean, maybe she can. Who am I to say? Yeah, I don't know. I was just really ready to be done with the game by the time I finished it. Nier is a series that I've been wanting to do for a long time. I wanted to record Nier Gestalt back in 2010 or whatever it was, when that game came out. I think it was 2010. But never got around to it back then, and I certainly haven't gotten around to it now. But I don't really get heavily into JRPGs personally. But yeah, Nier Gestalt and Nier Replicant, those were two games that I was quite familiar with when they came out. And I was tempted to play them, but didn't really get around to them. It was very strange seeing Nier suddenly become like a major game in the gaming community though. It was a little more, well, it had more of a subculture to it in the past. This guy's delivering letters outside of Clocktown now. It's more of a hack and slash than a JRPG. Well, I'm not really into hack and slash games, that's probably why I didn't play it back then. Because I had already played Demon's Souls as a point of reference, so... Oh god, that's disgusting. I didn't need to see these... Whoa. There's a lot more than I remember. I think that was 5 of them. Yeah. 5 fairies. And they're all ugly. Nice work. You're quite a shot. These two are hilarious. If you hear their conversation, really funny. After you rescue her and then you have that guy talk to his mother, their back and forth is very entertaining. You're still playing? What? One of the carpenters is also screaming. He wasn't even, like, the head carpenter. He was a different carpenter, and apparently he's screaming at no one. Maybe he's screaming for service. Get me my milk! Oh yeah, that was creepy. That's probably the most creepy part of the whole fucking game. That guy turning into a Gibdo, that was disgusting. Children saw that. There's creepy hooked nose. Oh, look at this. Oh, that's really nice. That's really nice. Do we get to see the adult cafe, or do we not? I guess we don't. Because I believe he was cursed to look like a child by the Skull Kid, and I'm assuming the curse was lifted, but we didn't get to see the adult cafe, I don't believe, so... Oh well. Oh, that's funny. Now that is a story that I didn't know was even a thing, like that's an actual Deku, and the Deku butler knew whoever that was. That's interesting. Well, I don't think he went back to Hyrule. Or maybe he did. But it seemed as if he was off on another adventure because he's still looking for Navi. That was the whole reason why he came to Termina. It's implied he is released from the curse. Well, I would imagine so. I just would have liked to have seen him. But yeah, Link's not going back to Hyrule. He still has to find that annoying fucking fairy with zero personality. Now that is a nice ending screen. Keeping in mind that this is a Nintendo 64 game, so this is probably going to be the final screen. And then I would have to reset the console in order to get back to the title screen. Ah, he is the point of view. They just didn't want to make a new character model. Exactly. Exactly. It's the Deku Butler's son, I see. But yeah, that is The Legend of Zelda Majora's Mask. That is the first time I have finished the game in about 11 years, which is significant, I would say. I've been... Well, I'm just happy to be done with it, personally. I definitely was ready to be done. Took me almost a year to get it done. I think it ended up being about 10 months. Or was it longer than that? I can't remember when I started it. Did I start it last year, or was it in 2019? I really can't remember now, but yeah, 45 parts. This ended up being less than 2 hours long, which is great. I was hoping for that. But, yeah, the game is over, and the next Let's Play will definitely be A Link to the Past on Super Nintendo. I will do that recording tomorrow. As much as I am tempted to do another recording today for that, YouTube doesn't like that. That will not sit well with YouTube whatsoever. So I'm just going to hold off on that. I will do another Link to the Past, or rather I'll do another recording tomorrow, and it will be A Link to the Past. And then I'll do some Monster Hunter, Breath of the Wild, all the other stuff that I would normally do. But definitely there is going to be, well, still 4 Zelda Let's Plays on the channel. Phantom Hourglass, Breath of the Wild, Skyward Sword, and A Link to the Past. Which might be more than I can handle, but I'll live with it, I guess. Hopefully they don't scrap the Breath of the Wild sequel because they... Well, I hope they scrap a fucking Breath of the Wild sequel. I couldn't give a damn about that storyline. I want something new. Twilight Princess needed a sequel. Breath of the Wild can fuck off. Unpopular opinion, perhaps. But, anyway. I do thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed the Let's Play. But, and yeah, I don't think they're going to scrap the sequel for Breath of the Wild Potato. I really wouldn't imagine that they would do that. Especially given the popularity of Breath of the Wild. But I guess, relatively speaking, Twilight Princess was insanely popular as well, so... Yeah, again, I do thank you all for watching the Let's Play. I will definitely return in the future to do Majora's Mask 3D, as well as Ocarina of Time 3D. I don't know when that will happen. Probably in several years from now, so don't expect that. I would say there's a higher chance of me playing the original games on Nintendo 64 and their Japanese versions, but, well, you know, there's a high chance of me doing that before returning to the games, but in their remakes. So we'll see what happens anyway. Maybe they'll get Switch remakes, who knows? That would be nice, wouldn't it? But, there are no raids, Tron. You're such a Twitch viewer. Anyway, I will see you guys next time you want to watch something of mine. Again, the next Let's Play will be A Link to the Past. I'll be recording that tomorrow. And I thank you all for joining me for the Let's Play of The Legend of Zelda Majora's Mask.